make yourself more than just a man. If you devote yourself to an ideal, then you become something else entirely.
Hello everyone, it is me, Hero's Journey. Once again, I've been busy for the past few months, so that's why you haven't really seen content from me. I think the last stream I did was the Mandalorian stream. Season 9, Episode 9 of The Flash was titled "It's My Party." Well, you guys know the title. And this is the Oliver Queen episode. Give me a moment to adjust my headset. This was the episode where we had the return of Green Arrow, and he's only in this episode of this season, or at least that's what I'm aware of. So, I mean, it starts off with them like asking Keelan to pick up the cake, but like, does Keelan actually know how to use money? I mean, she's still new to like everything, so it makes me question. That was a small thing I questioned. Joel was sadly not at the party, and obviously that's because the actor who plays Joel has a busy schedule. We had a funny argument between Singh and Kramer about whether a good police chief is better as a meta or not, and Barry's like, I don't know, I'm just both of you guys, I guess. And I think that's the audience that felt the same way because honestly, we did not want to get into that whole argument. That would be a very long argument. And so when Diggle gave Barry the bow, I mean, it was like very odd because he's just like, man, I can't believe it's been this long since Audra, and it's like, man, you're giving the guy a president. Why you gotta bring up like sad thoughts? And I thought that was odd. And we get Chester telling Allegra where this new device I made you to help conceal your identity. But honestly, at this point, with how many times she's gone into battle without wearing any form of a mask, don't people already know who she is? I mean, you think people got like pictures and then like they were posting online, CCC Media saw those pictures and stuff, or some other news outlet. So, I mean, her secret identity should have been probably out already. I was not a fan of I think it was Cecile and Kramer that was doing the singing. The singing was weird. Like, I honestly forgot what the song even was. But, I mean, that was a small thing. Now we gotta see. Wally, we know this for years that he has been doing meditation over in the East, and he's finally able to find other timeline, like sense other timelines, which we had later in the episode to be actually other Earths. But that brings up the question of how did Red Death be able to do what took Wally years to master, and Red Death somehow did it like easily. So that was an odd thing. Now we know Kramer it has the ability to copy other metahuman abilities. So how was she like not able to sense the blood work, goo, and powers being used in the area? Like, isn't she able to tell like how many metas are in the vicinity? So I found that out to be odd. Now, the actor, the actor who plays Bloodwork, I thought did, he was really good at making his character sound like a psychopath, and I think he improved on that since, man, how long ago was it? Was it season 6? The last time Bloodwork was there? I don't think it was 5. Or was it 5? I don't know. It's been a while. We get Chester freaks out, and Team Flash is essentially acting like zombies. That was funny. We got an emotional scene where Wally has to relive a traumatic event in his life, and I was like, man, that just is not good for Wally. And then we get to a scene where Allegra gets to the, I guess you could say, the main work lab that Chester uses. But the thing is, how did she get in there? The door was closed. So how did Allegra get into the room after that? That seemed like a confusing thing. And we get I guess you could say it may have been a reference to Supernatural because there was that one Supernatural episode where they're on the Supernatural set and we get a scene where essentially Barry is in a way on the Flash set. And there was a very weird moment on that set where they dropped Killer Frost now, just like, oh, okay, that was out of nowhere. We get essentially Caitlin back, but not Caitlin back in the scene as well. And again, makes us question if we will ever get Caitlin back. And it could be in, I don't know, final episode. So Wally actually ends up ending Barry using the face move. And I don't think any of us were expecting that. We got Oliver, and yeah, Stephen Amell really cares about the character because, I mean, it really feels like Oliver. He doesn't feel like so much time has passed, and the actor's trying to get back to acting like the character. I mean, that part was really good. And I believe we also had the classic hero music in the background as well. We got Oliver's had very, very, very. And Stephen Amell actually teased this a while back. I forgot what social media, but I guess you could say he, in a way, spoiled it in a good way. And Oliver tells us that right now this from Earth 4125. Um, okay. So, I mean, I didn't expect it to be like that many Earths down the line. Because the whole infinite Earths, I mean, really, could we get it, I don't know, down to 100 or 1,000? Like, that's much easier for the audience to keep track of. So, Spectre, Oliver as a Spectre says he fought multiple enemies. Now, does that mean he fought multiple, I'm going to just refer to her as God Complex Girl? Like, has he fought multiple versions of her? Because we know the Earth 31 one was horrible. We know there was an Earth X one who's also horrible. We know there was a Russian one, and there was the not really a Bizarro, but a Bizarro version. Like every version of her is evil. So like, does that mean Oliver has fought like other evil versions of her? And I guess that's a interesting little thing to think about. And Keelan finally returns out of nowhere from buying the cake, and she freezes all of Team Flash. Like, even for shows, that amount of lack of logic is just odd because even in there, wouldn't that just end all the characters rather than just keep them frozen? So we go to Wally being able to use his mind to open the breach, not only just like from one Earth to another, but like the entire multiverse. And that shows how much more powerful Wally is compared to Zoom, because back in season two, Zoom just made a portal from one Earth to another just by punching the air really fast. So that was, I guess, an interesting way to show how far the speedsters have came from what we saw many years ago. The I guess the friendship or the chemistry between Stephen Amell and Grant Gustin, that'll always be one of the best things in the Arrowverse, in my opinion, because I mean it really felt awesome to see them back. And if it was up to us, we'd want to see an entire series that is just Grant and Stephen Amell playing their characters, but obviously that is not possible. Uh, we get Barry mentions how he's turning 30, but he got like one or two extra years. But there's other people who did not. Like they're just gone. And this shows that Barry is still suffering from survivor's guilt. So then after Oliver punches Barry, he Barry wakes up and Oliver's in the Green Arrow suit. And we hear the classic Green Arrow music again. I really like that they use that music. So when they go to confront blood work, Barry mentions they need a massive ultraviolet pulse. I'm not sure if you heard that right. I mean that was a massive ultraviolet pulse to take out the breach. So does that mean that the arrow that he uses is like a magic spectre ultraviolet arrow? Unless you just refer to it as a magic ultraviolet arrow. If you like name all the special gadgets that Oliver uses. We get classic Green Arrow fights when he's taking on the, I guess you could say, Bloodwork Army. And I just kept replaying that scene over and over before watching the next episode because of how good it was. Uh, so Dale shows up and he's got a rocket launcher, and we all know Spartan has never used a rocket launcher before. Now, where did the rocket launcher come from? Was that in Star Labs? Like, did Star Labs just have a rocket launcher lying around for some reason, or or did Dougal actually like bring multiple armory cases with him? He has a suit and then just like a rocket launcher. He just like I guess I'll just take this with me. Who knows? It might come in handy. That was a interesting thing to think about. We get a awesome hug between Dino and Oliver. We get the final "Feel This City" quote in the entire arrowverse. Oliver confirms like Shion has she's connected to the natural world. I believe that was his quote. And that just further confirms that she's a nature force. That's what I'm going to refer to as. Spectre tells John Diggle his bride days over in the family, so just I guess that means there is now no possibility of him being a Green Lantern. That was, I mean, I would like him to become Green Lantern. We get a amazing bar scene between Oliver and Barry. Man, it's been so long. I forgot which crossover it was. Well, we also had one. Was it the? Which one was it? There was a crossover where we did a bar scene. I don't know. I forgot which one it is. And then at the end, we get the classic Barry being a guardian angel. I liked that part.
Time changes nearly everything, but the mission and the legend of the Batman lives on.